I know everyone's been eagerly awaiting all of this content.
We have so much to cover in this new season.
And we're excited to jump right in. Welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. I'm your host, Cassie.
And I'm Dylan.
And Dylan, we are talking about Epic Universe coming very soon to Universal Orlando Resort. I know everyone's been eagerly awaiting all of this content, deep diving into what to expect. I'm looking forward to it. Are you?
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, which part of Epic Universe are we looking forward to today?
We are talking about Celestial Park.
Ooh.
Celestial Park.
Oh.
What part of Celestial Park are you looking forward to, Cassie?
I am most looking forward to Constellation Carousel.
Okay.
One of the attractions, which we'll talk about more in a little bit, but also just like relaxing and enjoying the park inside of the theme park. It's going to be great. It looks so beautiful, and there's so many spots I feel like we'll have to sit down, relax, enjoy, and just enjoy the atmosphere and the experience that we're going to have there at the park.
Aren't you two into like astrology and constellations and whatnot?
I mean, yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a soft yes when it's really more than that.
It was a hard yes
It was
for
a hard
me.
yes, okay.
Yeah, it was a hard yes. I have astrology on my necklace. So
Literally.
yes, yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Yeah. No, Michelle's definitely our professional in that area. I know a lot of with Celestial Park comes constellations, stars. So it's
what's your
fitting
sign?
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries.
Yes. So I believe we're still in Aries season when we're recording this. I don't know.
I think we just left Aries season.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
There's
yeah.
seasons.
Oh, there are
Yeah.
seasons.
There's
Yeah,
seasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
When is Virgo season?
Well, it starts the end of August into
You've got
like
some
mid-September.
Oh, you mean like, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's why I'm not about constellations.
Well, because it's aligned with your birthday, right? So
Yeah.
it's like around the time of your birthday that it picks up. So you're coming soon.
I hope so.
It won't be too far from here.
So what you're saying is we are both Virgos.
We are both
Yes.
Virgos.
We did find that out a while ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, we are both Virgos.
I'm the lone Aries.
And
at
like
the
I said, I
table.
barely know what that means.
That's okay.
I just know I was born at a certain time, and that's it.
There we go. Well, lots to talk about. Celestial Park.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to dive in. We had 2 amazing interviews with JC and Catherynne over at Universal Creative, and they're going to take us through all the details today, and I'm very excited. We get to kind of experience it a little bit today.
Okay.
We have a video. I'm excited. A little fly through of what we know so far about Epic Universe. You ready to watch?
I'm ready to watch. Let's get into
do
it.
Let's do it. Okay, so there's the Chronos.
It's like a portal. I see what they're talking about.
Yep. I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Oh, and then there's the portals to the other worlds.
Yeah.
So they were talking about the
Oh, there they
atmosphere.
are.
Yep.
The two
There's the.
coasters.
Oh my gosh, so cool. The top hat, I'm assuming. Oh.
Oh, so that's the so the fountain's like that.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think that was Astronomica. There's Constellation Carousel.
That is completely different than what my brain saw.
Oh, for sure. And then the animals and the constellations up top. That is so
I
cool.
see. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh my gosh. More fountains.
There's a lot
There's
of
a
water.
lot of fountains.
There's a lot of water here. Okay.
Oh, the restaurant.
And the restaurant sees the entire fountain.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's literally, Atlantic is literally glass all the way around. This is beautiful. So pretty.
Wow. You can walk for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the hotel. Okay, I see what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. I see what's going on.
Here's another portal. So 4 portals total inside of
Yeah. Oh, the
Celestial.
blue dragon.
Yep. That's cool. Oh my gosh, everything's so visually beautiful. And it's huge.
That fountain is humongous.
Look at all the water. You're right. There's a ton of it. Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
I'm excited. It's just amazing to see it visually brought to life
Yeah.
through that way. Even though we don't see it yet, we can't see it yet, not yet. But just being able to kind of picture what we're going to experience
Yeah, and kind
is
of get a
incredible.
diagram in our heads
Oh
about
my
what that's
gosh.
going to be about, right?
And I can't even imagine, like, if it looks like that on a screen, what we're actually going to experience. Like, I cannot wrap my head around it.
yeah,
It's
and they
gonna be
keep saying
crazy.
it's going to be the largest one, so
Yeah.
all that times 1,000.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, JC and Catherynne are joining us to share all the details. They've actually worked on this park. So they're going to have so much inside scoop for us, so many details, stories, tidbits, and even just learning the why behind this park and like what is Celestial Park?
Which is what I'm most interested in.
For sure.
The why, I think, is what's got me.
Yes, because it looks so intriguing from here, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, what are all those structures? What are all those gears? What are those things they're trying to accomplish when they come through there?
Absolutely. Well, I'm dying to get into it. So let's get into it.
Go.
Let's talk to JC and Catherynne from Universal Creative and learn more about Celestial Park.
Yeah.
JC, Catherynne, we're so excited to have you today to talk all things celestial. Welcome to the show.
We are super excited to be here.
We are.
Well, for those that do not know you, aren't super familiar with what you do here, do you all mind introducing yourselves for us?
I'm Catherynne Zhang, and I am the Director of Creative for Celestial Park, part of Epic Universe, and that's what we're here to talk about today. And I started with Universal in 1991, worked for about 18 years, and I had a little 10-year gap in there, and then came back for this project.
Awesome. So you've been here with us for a few other park openings, or at least one,
I
right?
have.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well,
Actually, a couple of parks, but in Florida,
yes.
Islands of Adventure.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Well, thank you. How about you, JC?
And I'm Jonathan Cloward. I go by JC, make it very simple. And I am the Assistant Director and Executive Producer with Universal Creative.
That's awesome. All right, so tell us about Celestial Park. What is it?
Well, it's a fabulous world, and it's a world between worlds. And it's powered by this amazing machine, the Chronos, that has mysterious origins.
Ooh, okay.
But it harnesses, when it's aligned, when all its dials and cogs and armillaries are aligned, it draws power from the universe that supplies the power to this world. And it is that very power that opens the portals and allows you as a traveler to go to other worlds.
So cool.
That is incredibly detailed.
Well, and it's going to be one of those things that, guests will learn as they start to experience the park. But these portals that Catherynne talks about, imagine great big machines. And, as if they would rotate and move. And when they get to a certain point, they open up these worlds. And, we've talked about these other worlds. Many people know what they are. But, Celestial Park is very much that connective tissue that allows our guests to go in and out of these other worlds.
Right. For sure.
I see.
So we're the heart of Epic Universe. Celestial Park is the heart.
Yeah, and again, the Chronos at the top of the entrance, it is this whirling, moving machine. And it spins, and in fact, we just got some test videos from the vendor in Italy that's creating this, and it's just amazing to see how this thing moves and how smooth it is, and really mesmerizing. You people will want to just sit there and just kind of watch it for a little bit.
So it sounds like there's a story behind this whole thing.
Absolutely.
Am I correct in that?
Oh, absolutely. So the man that generated most of these ideas and was our previous executive, he calls it a celestial cipher.
Celestial
A
cipher.
cipher.
Okay.
So a puzzle that, a complicated machine that you have to align just right. And then that opens the universe, right?
Yeah.
And opens portals so we can begin to travel through time and space. And the mysterious origins of who built the Chronos, we're not really sure. We know it's old, but we don't know exactly how old and who built it. So, but there are people now that have come and lived and made Celestial Park their home, live here and take care of the Chronos, keep everything running and well taken care of. But nobody knows exactly who built this machine in the first place.
That started it all. Yeah. And now these people that, we like to say are the residents of Celestial Park, we refer to them as Celestians.
Oh.
They have figured out how to build additional portals to harness this energy.
Yeah.
And again, create these pathways, portals.
And that energy is what
To
opens
these
up
other
these
worlds.
portals. Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So cool.
And it's
Well,
also
the energy,
something.
the energy is what makes the dials and the gears rotate to just the right position, and then the portal is open.
Well, even just watching the flyover video
Oh, yeah.
that was released, I mean, it's so breathtaking, and of course, we haven't actually seen it yet, but just picturing what that experience is going to be like, stepping into that is just going to be fantastic.
Oh, and exactly. And, as guests enter from Celestial Park or pass from Celestial Park into these worlds, it is an experience. You step in, and the very first part of it is very much Celestial Park. But then we have this great big, what we call plasma screens, nebula screens. And it's almost as if, the guest is walking through this nebula gas that's swirling.
The miasma.
Miasma. And
Can you say that one more time?
miasma.
miasma.
Yeah. And guests will walk through that, and as they come out the other side, all of a sudden, they're in this other world.
That's
Right.
amazing.
Right.
It's really Celestial Park, Epic Universe. I feel, and many of us feel, it will revolutionize theme parks moving forward.
And you're not
Yeah.
the first person to say that. I've been hearing that
It is.
quite
It's
a bit.
such an experience. And, going on even before, as Catherynne mentioned, our original creative designer, he wanted to take it to a different level. And he, again, it's called Celestial Park. And it's something that he wanted to do, which was to bring park back into theme park.
Yeah.
So again, once you pass that first portal, the Chronos, you are immersed in this beautiful, beautiful. We've got 26 gardens in all. Each of the
gorgeous.
gardens are kind of their individual theming and different flowers and plants and stuff like that. It is an experience. People are going to come, and again, we've done away with a lot of the the concrete roads and stuff like that normally you find in a theme park, and it's pathways and gardens and water features. The fountains are we've got almost 7 acres of
Oh my God.
And are
fountains.
these gardens like modeled after characters, or do they have their own stories?
They do have a story. Some of them are connected to our restaurants or attractions, but they are more for the aesthetic beauty of relaxation and appreciating nature. A lot of European parks, theme parks, started originally as a garden, and then they started adding attractions in. So you can still go and enjoy nature and
Right.
wander the gardens. You don't even have to go on an attraction.
Yeah.
And you can still have a glorious day. So we wanted to bring that idea back into an American park.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna bring a book. I want to ride the attractions,
Oh, no,
but I'm
you
also
really
gonna
do.
sit there on a
you
bench.
really do
and-
want to just
yeah.
find a place and sit and take in all the sights and the sounds and the beauty of it. It's amazing it goes all the way through the length of Celestial Park. And then all these water fountains we can trigger to do different movements during the day. We have different shows, but they can trigger different moments, and they can transfix and move throughout the entire Celestial Park from one end to another.
Wow. Well, you mentioned during the day too, that's happening. But what about at night? How is that transformation between day and night happening? And how can we experience, things differently in Celestial during the day versus at that nighttime?
So we have a big transformation planned because there are so many lights and they're granular, we can program them. So we've spent a lot of effort and budget to put more lights than normally would be in a world such as this. But the whole idea is that Apollo is the god of the sun, and he takes care of the radiance of the day. And at dusk, he passes the baton to Luna, who is in charge of the luminescence of the night, right? So they have this exchange when it's time to pass the baton. So we're going to make a ceremony with beautiful, beautiful music that slowly brings the lights up. It'll grow with the swells of the music until we have a burst of light, and then we're going to have a dance of light throughout. Everything, the plants, the trees, the
Wow.
buildings, everything is going to be dancing with light. So, and then after the ceremony is finished, we're lit for the evening. And we won't keep, it's like a fireworks of light. We won't keep that that won't keep going. It'll settle down, but there will still be all these beautiful lights.
And talking about this lighting effect and night and stuff like that, I wanted to mention like one of our attractions, the new coaster that we're doing. First of all, it's a racing coaster, absolutely epic. I hate to throw that word out, but it's the only way to explain it.
The park is aptly named.
Yes, absolutely,
It is
and
epic.
we really honestly believe that. But the coaster, like I mentioned, it is a racing coaster. So there's two, we call them trains. There's two trains going at a time, and so people are able to pick which one they're going to get in and then race. But one of the things, going back to what the lighting is and what that whole experience is especially at night, we've chosen, this is one of the largest coasters we've ever built, Universal's ever built. And at night, we chose not to light the coaster track because at night, the lighting elements in each of these RVs, these ride vehicles, is so intricate. They're covered in lights, starlights and pulsing lights and stuff like that. The coaster vehicle itself is lit. The track is not, and it's going to be like shooting comets, shooting stars through the night sky. Oh, it's I get the chills every time I talk about some of the elements because it really is.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
And all of this, we've made the most custom music of any of our parks.
So there's custom music
all
on it.
of our
cool.
soundtrack, from being in the gardens to being in the restaurants to being on the attractions, the coaster or the carousel, it has all been custom written, created. It's pretty amazing.
I know you're excited about that.
Yes, I am. That's really, really cool.
And then one of the really cool things, and you guys may want to make a note on this because there may be a quiz coming up later, is one of the unique things. Again, there's a whole bunch of different things, but one of the things that gets really us excited about talking about it, it's called the Celestial Spin. And what happens is as you come out of the second launch, one of the ride vehicles, you will actually invert over the other one. You can look down at them, they can look up at you, and then the tracks
Trade
change,
places.
and you come up, and then the other one now comes up, and you can look up at that, and they are looking down at you.
The Celestial Spin.
It's really cool.
Celestial Spin?
Yeah, the
What's that
Celestial
called?
Spin.
Got it. And that's one of the inversions, right? That's
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything else we can expect from the park?
Well, talking about other attractions,
Yeah.
one that I'm extremely proud of, which is called Constellation Carousel.
Yeah.
Now, as people know me, when I give talks or presentations and stuff like that, and I talk about Constellation Carousel, I'm always like, I really do not like calling it a carousel.
Okay.
A lot of people envision, yes, a carousel is a round ride, goes around in a circle over and over again. But the Constellation Carousel is so much more than a carousel. First of all, the ride system itself, consists of 4 ride tables.
Okay.
So you've got the one big, large, round ride table or ride surface, but then within that you have 3 smaller ones. All of these tables can function and rotate independently of each other, reverse directions, stuff like that. And then you have the ride vehicles that are unbelievable, and the stars and the lights in each one of them. And they've all been modeled after constellations of the night sky. So we've got Rabbit,
Ursa Major, Bear.
the Bear, Ursa Major, which is a lot of people will be familiar with. It's the Big Dipper in the night sky.
Yeah.
And so you've got these beautiful, intricate ride vehicles that the painting is unbelievable. It is like an art museum. And but again, the music is different. We've got 8 different ride tracks. So somebody standing in queue, they probably will not hear the same program more than twice.
That's amazing.
And then again, each of these ride programs is very unique. The ride vehicles themselves, each of them have their own independent pitch and yaw. So they can turn, they can rotate, they go up and down, independent of everything else. So we can take these ride vehicles, we can turn them around, you can face them at the other person, then they turn back around, and they also get 6 feet in the air. So it's one of those things that you
A
are
carousel that
absolutely
goes up.
You are sitting there riding, and all of a sudden these things will heave, and you're like, whoa.
Can you explain that more? Because that still doesn't make sense. Okay, a carousel that goes upwards.
6 feet in the air. I won't go into a lot of detail because we want to leave some of that for people to come and experience. But some of the elements of it, again, you have to see it to believe it. It is a piece of art. It's beautiful. But at the same time, it's very, I mean, kids are going to love it, and adults all the same.
So, and it's so beautiful. It's like a bejeweled music box. But all about, inspired by the firmaments. So there's, it's very celestial. And each of the ride vehicles, I think people will fall in love with one or two. They're going to be their favorite. Because even as we're working on them, everyone that has worked on it, and the painters included, they fall in love with one of the animals more than the others. It's like, oh, this is my favorite.
It's your baby.
And we do that too, to a certain extent. We'll say, okay, the bear is my favorite, and then all of a sudden we'll go and we'll do a review, and we walk in and we're like, oh, I kind of like the ram now. The ram is going to be my favorite. So
And you think the guests are probably going to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
They're
You're going to want to
pick
come
out
back
which
and
one's their
ride the
favorite.
different ones.
Oh, so cool. Well, tell us about Astronomica as well. What can we expect with that?
You want to talk about the
Astronomica is a compass rose in design, but it's also this wonderful splash pad, and it has its own fountain jets and its own music also. Yeah. And it can be its own splash pad, or it can also link during maybe one of the major fountain shows. It can also link and play along with what we've been programming and the lights that we're using for that particular
So the play
piece.
area will link to the main show.
Mm-hmm.
It can. It can.
That's amazing.
And then it can operate on its own too, throughout the day, and so it's really. I always feel like we're going to run out of time for programming because we have so many ideas of what we can do, but that can continue into the future.
Yeah. And again, taking something like this, and I was talking about the carousel, how I don't like to refer to it as a carousel because people have their preconceived notion of what a carousel is. Same thing with the splash pad. Again, people hear splash pad and they go, well, yeah, my city, Winter Garden has it, whatever. They're very common now in today's cities. But again, in true universal style and the way we do things, and it makes me very proud of this, working for this company, we are taking things always to the next level, to the new technology and stuff.
Don't tell me it goes 6 foot in the air too.
No.
Well, we could if we wanted to, even higher.
Yeah.
But no, the splash pad, as Catherynne mentioned, it's all has its own soundtrack. It's all been orchestrated just for these. There's different shows. The jets interact with the sound. With all the soundtrack and stuff. And again, it can also be incorporated to whatever's going on. So our main show lagoon is called the Cosmos. Okay. And again, massive. The water jets can shoot, let me just say, higher than the hotel if we wanted to. We're going to probably try not to because we know how the winds get here in Florida. And if we did that, we would drench everybody in the park. So
that'll be fine.
Yeah. But again, lighting, the water jets, everything interacts. Even so, one of our fine dining, or we call it a fine dining restaurant, is Atlantic. Mm-hmm. This is one of those. There's a lot of jewels in our park, but Atlantic is this jewel in and of itself. It is supposed to resemble a Victorian aquarium, but in giant size. Okay. So people on the out, it's all glass. It's several levels, all glass on the outside, but inside in the roof and the ceiling are these mechanical fish that swim. So people on the outside, if you're not in there having dinner, you can look at it and it looks like an aquarium, and you've got these swimming fish
swimming by.
If you're in having dinner, you're looking up and you're seeing these fish. And then again, if you're inside having dinner, you're looking out and there's all of Celestial Park laid out there. It's again, every time I talk about this, I get the chills, I get goosebumps.
Can you explain the mechanical fish?
They're biomechanical lanterns and fish shape, fish form, right?
Yeah.
And they look like fish, but not like any fish you could imagine having seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they have some mechanical metal parts, and then they have some beautiful light scales that light can transmit through, and they slowly are swimming around the top of the overhead, the ceiling.
So cool.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of. We have special lights, and we have special wave curtains, and we have all kinds of eye candy in there. It's very beautiful. We have actually real cast bronze sculptures in there of a merboy and a seahorse. So we have all kinds of lovely baubles that you're going to get to enjoy, see, touch, feel. Lots of details. That's what people aren't expecting. That these, Dale used to call the restaurants their jewel boxes. So you can't believe, because it's not like anything you've walked into before. So it's an entertainment form of its own to have a beautiful meal, share that with your friends, your family, whoever you've come to the park with. It's an amazing experience of its own. And then, as JC said, you still can see outside. Most of the restaurants, not all of them, but have tried to have a lot of glass so that you can see the gardens and you can see the outside, like bringing the outside in, that you can still appreciate what's happening outside as well as you're mesmerized by what's happening inside. So that's, the Atlantic restaurant is a seafood restaurant, of course. But so that's one of our jewel boxes. And then we have Oak and Star, which is a lovely, traveler's barbecue, crossroads, sit by the fireside and have some barbecue and share. And it has a woodland, the oaks, like being in an enchanted oaks forest. There's lovely murals on the walls with little critters. That I think that's another thing that a lot of people will find their favorite.
Really?
Have their favorite critter, and maybe they want to sit at that table if they can because they like looking at that critter.
Yeah.
The amount of detail in all of that,
my
and that's just
gosh.
where you're supposed to eat.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not even
And
ride.
that restaurant has amazing stained glass panels
Wow.
that are also the oak themed. So an amazing place with lots of other surprises inside that we won't mention because you have to have a few surprises when you get in there. Another one of our beautiful restaurants is the Blue Dragon, Pan-Asian restaurant. But when you go inside, at first it's like a night market and then a beautiful romantic lantern patio area, but it's always nighttime in Blue Dragon. And there's all kinds of fun neon signs and a cool bar that
And lanterns that go up and down. And,
so it's again this really entertaining experience that you're not expecting out of a restaurant. So it's incredible.
And what kind of food would be at the Blue Dragon?
It's going to be like Asian fusion, so
Okay.
there'll be a little Thai, Japanese, Chinese, kind
Sounds
of.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Well, and it just sounds like overall Celestial is just breaking standards. It's beautiful. There's so much to see. And so we're really grateful that you both peeled back the curtain on everything, and we're excited to see it ourselves. I
Yes, we
can't
are.
wait. I mean, it can't come any faster. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you both so much.
Yep.
You're
Absolutely.
welcome.
Okay, so you all shared a lot of details with us, and we're up to the test because I believe you have a
You think
quiz
so,
for
huh?
us. Yes, hopefully.
We'll see.
We'll see.
This is one of the things that Catherine and I have been looking most forward to is being the school teacher and being able to come in and say, okay, quiz
Yep.
time.
Of course you are.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You want to start off with the first one?
Okay. What speed can the coaster reach? 50 miles an hour? 62 miles an hour? 75? Or 80 miles an hour?
I know.
Oh, you know?
Go ahead.
I'm going to go with 62.
62.
You are
yeah.
correct.
Boom.
Ah, nice.
Dang
Nice.
Oh, so he wants
You
us to
haven't
fail.
stumped us
I
yet.
see.
Okay, I'll take the next one. What is the unique feature of the coaster that it allows it to resemble comets at night?
Ooh.
Oh.
I know this one, but I'll let you go.
Okay.
Couple
Okay.
answers to choose from. A, glow-in-the-dark paint. Could have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
Now that we think about it,
B, sparklers attached to the cars.
Ah, yeah.
also kind of cool.
Yeah.
That would have been a little tough to light the sparklers
Yeah.
every time. I'm giving you the answers. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
C, no external track lighting. Or D, fiber optic lights.
Is that the no external track lighting? Microfiber lights?
You were right the first
Well,
time.
it's the no external track
Got
lighting,
it.
right? Because
Got
that's
it.
the only thing lit up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. Oh,
All right,
So you
we're
can
2 for
see
2.
that
All
comet
right.
flying around
for
at
2.
night.
yes.
Okay, so what is the name of the inverted crisscross feature on the coaster?
Okay.
So A, cosmic twist. B, galactic loop. C, stellar spiral, or D, celestial spin?
D. Celestial spin.
Yep.
Right again.
Yes.
You were paying attention all this time.
Sometimes.
We were so invested. Such good info.
Okay, next one. You ready?
Yeah.
What is the primary theme of Constellation Carousel? Oh, answers.
Scared me. I was like,
Like, wait.
Come on, tell me. I was very good on this.
It's multiple choice.
Yeah,
6 feet.
A, underwater creatures. B, space and constellations. C, dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures.
Not bad.
Or D, mythical creatures.
B.
Space and constellations. Good answer. Good answer.
Okay, so what is the name of the large machine at the entrance of the park that powers and opens all of the portals? A, the Cosmos. B, the Chronos. C, Luna's portal.
Ooh.
Or D, the planetary gate.
Those bottom three. It could be any of them.
I know it. I know it.
You know it?
Do you know it?
I do not. Please go.
It's the Chronos.
That is correct.
Boom. Okay.
All right.
Got it.
We still
saved
got
me.
it.
You saved
We got
me.
it.
Okay, a few more. How high do the riders on Constellation Carousel get lifted in the air?
That's too easy.
3 feet, 6 feet, 9 feet, or 12 feet?
You got this one.
Let's go with 6 feet.
Yeah,
Yep.
Boom.
very good.
Okay. What is featured on the ceiling of Constellation Carousel? A star tracker with rotating celestial star patterns. B, a giant mirror. C, a disco ball. You know, we do have custom music.
Hey,
That would be cool.
you never
I
know.
like that.
D, painted clouds and sky.
Do you know it?
I think I do.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go with A.
Yeah.
Star tracker.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Very
Good
good.
job, good job.
Very good. I think they've looked at my sheet over here.
I know.
I
I
did
know.
look
We're
at
not
your
cheating. I promise. I'm trying not to.
No, very good.
Is that it?
That's it?
You,
We got it?
You sailed through it with
Yeah.
flying colors.
Yeah.
That was too
I
easy.
mean, well,
Kinda.
thank you guys. It was all due to your amazing information and facts. So thank you. You prepared us well for the test. I hope we were good students.
You were.
You were very,
Very
Thank
good.
you so
excellent
much.
Good
students.
listeners.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
both.
This was so awesome.
Ready to be travelers. I
We're
can
ready.
tell.
We're very
Yeah.
ready.
We're
Thank
ready.
you all for your amazing detail with all that stuff. It's amazing.
We're looking forward to enjoying your work firsthand here very soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, anytime. Wow, that was a lot of fun information they have, huh?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, JC and Catherynne were great and
Yeah.
so descriptive and so detailed.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Exactly. They had a lot of information.
yeah.
I'm super excited for
Oh
that.
my gosh, I'm buzzing. Well, speaking of lots of information, we have to do take 5. Remind everyone what we covered today because as you said, there was a lot of great juicy details. So let's do a take 5 rewind.
Let's do it.
Okay, so number 1, Celestial Park is the cosmic heart of Epic Universe. It's the heart that connects to all other 4 worlds at Epic Universe.
I'm excited to experience every single one of those worlds.
Oh yeah.
So number 2, we have the attractions, which is the Astronomica, the Constellation Carousel, and the dueling coaster, which I'm super excited for.
I cannot
Super
wait.
excited.
I can't wait. Of course, number 3, we have dining. So we have the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant and we have Atlantic, both with delicious dining options.
So number 4, we have the story of Kronos. Kronos aligns the stars so that these portals open, and when those portals open, that's how you get into each one of these worlds.
Well, number 5, Celestial Park is really bringing the park back into theme park. So, of course, JC and Catherynne talked all about the luscious gardens, the trees, the water as well. It's going to be so visually beautiful. And, of course, we'll have lots of attractions and things to do there. But I'm excited to just relax in Celestial Park. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Well, thank you to the crew. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you, JC and Catherynne, for coming through with those interviews and that awesome quiz
Yeah.
they had, right?
Great job.
I hope they were playing along at home, huh?
I know. If you were, let us know how you did in the comments below. Also, if you want to get more details on all things Epic Universe, head to the show notes, click the links, check out our website for all the details, and we'll be back here on the podcast with more information on Epic Universe. So stay tuned to the Discover Universal podcast. So number 3, we're excited about the dining. So we have the Blue Oh my God. Sorry.
Oh, it's the giggles have started. Here we go. Let's go.
Okay.
It's after 3 o'clock.
I got it. Okay.